So it's another morning outside. I have left Manang and I am on my way to Yak Kharka. I am gaining altitude. I can tell the air is thinner. I'm gonna try my luck. This was the first day that we were able to walk without our backpacks because we were able to hire a porter that would take our backpacks from Manang to the Thorongla Pass for 14,000 rupees, which is just over 100 US dollars. Hiring a porter is more expensive at the higher altitudes because, well, it's more difficult on them, and things just cost more when you go up. I noticed as we started the trek, we were getting to the very top of the tree line. The trees were getting shorter and shorter, and it got to a point where it was mostly just shrubs. We stopped seeing the big trees. The porter brought along a horse, which he used to help transport our bags. Luckily, there were many clouds in the sky which helped shield us from the sun that day, so that gave me quite a relief. And I was also wearing a jacket which helped me out some. It's no secret that the weather was getting colder, but I did not let that ruin it for me. I was surprised that when I got to a really high altitude, it started to look very much like a desert. Like, it almost looked like you were in the middle of Mexico or something. It's no secret that it was getting harder to breathe as we went up. We saw several prayer flags along the way. We started getting to the point where we could see yaks. There were some yaks on the way. And of course, we took several resting stops. The porter took several resting breaks as well. Oh, another bridge. You get to see so many bridges while you're on the trek. Isn't that going to be fun? We also saw many more suspension bridges, which we would walk across. We got to see even more prayer flags as we went on. The trek was very enjoyable. I was torn between whether or not to go to Yak Kharka or whether or not to push on a little bit further and go to Letdar. I did notice that I was still considerably slower than a lot of the other trekkers. There's Yak Kharka, way up there. There it is. Still got a little ways to go, but I can see it. We decided to stop in Yak Kharka for lunch. We would take about a 1 to 2 hour lunch break, rest a little bit, and then push on to Letdar, and that would be where we'd stay the night. Alright, so I'm now entering Yak Kharka. Feels pretty nice to have made it here. I'm still feeling like I want to keep going. I may push to Letdar today. Would you look at that, guys? Yak curry with rice and some yak macaroni. Alright, let's try this delicious looking yak curry. Very flavorful. You can certainly taste that yak. And the sauce is really good. And the macaroni is sort of like a penny pasta. It's very good though. Very refreshing. Yak's a little bit like beef, except, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit tougher. I really like yak.
Small friend.
Yeah, you got a friend.
Short legs friend.
Yes. As we moved on, we got to see more yaks. Oh look, there's a yak. After our lunch at Yak Kharka, we pushed on to Letdar, which would be about another 2 kilometers. Yak Kharka was at 4,000 meters and Letdar would be at 4,200. There's Letdar. It looks like there's one more bridge before Letdar. I guess this is where I'll stay in Letdar. Alright, so I think I found my place to stay. Yeah, 4,200 meters up. Like, look at that. 4,200. Breathing is getting a little difficult.